My name's Nuala O'Connor and I'd like to talk to you a little bit today about trauma and how unresolved trauma from our past can literally prevent us from living our best lives. I suppose I know that myself personally, but I'm always reminded about it when I work with clients. And I just finished with a client there. I've been working with them for 4 weeks around past traumas and how the current situation around COVID, etc., has triggered off these past experiences, and that's happening for lots of people right now. And if you're finding yourself overstressed and you can't figure out what it's all connected to, it could be that you have trauma unresolved from your past, and the current stressful situation of COVID is literally triggering it off, and it's preventing you from living your best life. And 4 sessions later, I have someone who is totally empowered again, who feels that the issues have got resolved and retuned from using 2 meridian tapping, my advanced form of tapping, and a special process of resolution that I've put together, I suppose from my own experience and trainings. I know it works. It's worked with clients. It's working with clients every day. But I want to tell you it works. And I suppose I want to acknowledge the sacredness of how it works, because I suppose what was said today from this person was that I feel like I've touched into my spiritual self, whereas before I was always searching for the spiritual side of me outside of myself. And it was the trauma that was blocking that ability to connect in and, I suppose, vibrate or touch into that soulful space at a deeper level. It's not that this person didn't do that, but it's gone to such a deep level now. And isn't that what it's all about? I always say it, we are spiritual beings, we are soulful beings on a human journey. And this is our human body. And this human body can really tie us up in knots at times by the thoughts that we think, by the unresolved events in our past that create those thoughts that cripple us then. Thoughts of not being good enough, not believing in ourselves, not trusting ourselves, maybe not trusting a certain part of our body. Those sort of lack of trust, all of the not being able to cope, not believing in ourselves, trigger off the stress response. And when that's triggered off, we cannot connect to our soulful self. We cannot resonate at the frequencies that are our best frequencies. And we're caught in negative ways. We're caught in spirals of negative patterns repeating themselves over and over and over again. And tapping and a process of resolution can help you get off that merry-go-round. Get off the merry-go-round. And maybe it's not tapping for you. Maybe it's mindfulness. Maybe it's Tai Chi. Maybe it's yoga. Maybe it's a combination of all of those things. Whatever it is, if you're overstressed right now, if you're finding that patterns keep repeating themselves, that you keep coming up against aggravating bosses or bullies or whatever, it's because there's something in your childhood, something back there, some trauma, some event that has not been resolved enough for you to be able to detach from that past event. That past event is triggering off these subconscious negative scripts. And once it's resolved and retuned, then you can retune those scripts. It doesn't take a long time. It takes a number of weeks. It does take you committing to doing a little bit of work every day on it. And it's done. Like, that's the gift that tapping has to offer. Whether it's my form of tapping or another form of tapping, get a tapping specialist, get a tapping coach, and work on resolving those past events. It doesn't take a lot. It happens so easily in this process. And I suppose I know the struggle I've been through in my life. I know the traumas I've had to resolve and retune, and still I work on levels of them, because we are in this human body, and for every one thought we think, we have hundreds of thousands of subconscious thoughts, and it'll take a while to retune all of those. And if we're constantly, daily tapping to help us retune, then that will happen. And it doesn't take a lot to do that. But when there's massive past traumas that have not been resolved, all it takes is a few sessions with a trained coach, tapping coach, to help bring you back, resolve those issues, retune those scripts, and off you go. Might be something to think about. I just felt the need to come online and say, guys, look, this works. I know it works. And I suppose hearing somebody say, oh my gosh, I feel like I've connected into a spirituality, a stillness within me that I never knew existed. After 4 weeks of tapping on resolving a few past events. I'm in awe. I'm in awe that the system works so well. Well, I know it works so well. It's worked so well for me and for many other clients, but I never cease to be amazed and to celebrate what it does for everybody else and what it can do for you. And there are ways to resolve and retune your past traumas so that you can get on with living your best life. And if you're not living your best life, get resolving, get retuning, because the law of attraction tells us whatever we think we get. And if you're thinking these negative scripts about yourself or about others, that's what you're getting back. That's what you're getting back. We just need to resolve and retune those scripts, and then you start to get a whole new vibration coming at you. I hope this resonates with you. Like and share it with your friends. Just even to tell people there are ways. Tapping does work. This form of tapping does work. Other forms of tapping work as well. Connect in, book your session, talk to me, what's going on for you. Maybe book some of the programs I have up online. Talk to you again. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.